Hey there, this is Michelle from Raspberry Blue Sky, and Claire Ann of Life Documented reached out and asked me if I would like to contribute and make a video for their blog. So I'm very thankful. Thank you, Claire Ann. And today we're going to be making a greeting card. Well, today I'm using a piece of handmade paper for the basis of the card. You can use anything else if you would like. An old book page, I love old book pages, and of course a tea bag. We'll get into that later. And the colors I'm using Amsterdam acrylic inks and acrylic paint. This is olive green, the regular standard series. This is turquoise green. You can see the colors and the number of the color if you want to use them. And this is the ink, Amsterdam ink. This is Reflex Rose. And Adela and Rowney, Payne's Gray. I just love acrylic ink because they flow very easy, and that's nice. I'm using a glue stick. This is Coccina, and it's an Italian brand, but you can use Uhu or whatever else you have. And some gesso, of course. I'm also using some small fabric scraps, just whatever you have. These are just some small scraps that I have in the studio, and a brush, of course, and your water. And I'm using Uhu Patafix. It's an removable adhesive. You can remove your tea bag from the card, which makes it really, really nice to use. Let's get started. after your tea bag has dried thoroughly, you can stitch on your fabric pieces, and I like to use my sewing machine, but please feel free to hand stitch if you like. And I stitch each piece of fabric at a time. I don't put them all on together because this way I have more control over what I'm doing. And you know, this is the second piece of fabric, and each piece I will sew it on, each piece at a time. So now we're almost finished. You can stick your tea bag onto the card that you're using. This is a handmade paper card. And as I mentioned earlier, I like to use a removable adhesive. That makes it much more convenient because if you want to gift it to somebody, they can take it off of the card. And this Uhu Patafix, it's removable and it's like putty. You just tear it apart and you can make small balls with it, and you can just push it down and your tea bag will stick to the card, to the paper. Just stick it down. I like to use at least 2 pieces of it, one on each side, and maybe you want some on top too. And that way it can easily be removed. And you can put your little tag on the inside if you like. That's something very nice. And right here, see, that's how you can remove it, and it won't tear at all. So that's a real fun thing. And here are some more examples. This is also a tea bag that I cut out. So you can cut them out if you like, or you can stitch them onto some paper. This is done with some stitching and then stuck onto the card. And I've added some stamping, you know, just with some alphabet stamps and just a regular tea bag. So you can do anything you want, and even the tea tag sometimes. It's quite funny, and it's a really, really nice gift. So I hope you have fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you can tell me or let me see what type of cards you make out of your tea bags. Thank you. Bye-bye.